Is getting a real run after getting traded from Dallas. Here's Vucevic. His fires, and there is Grimes on cue with the rebound, averaging better than 22 points a game with Philadelphia. It's a guy who got very little rotational run with a couple of different teams. Found some time with Dallas and has thrived in Philly with a makeshift roster. And here's another guy who Butler gets the screen from Bona. Didn't trigger the shot. It was open for a moment, but opted not to shoot it. Here's Walker. Pull up.
You don't have any confidence in me, man.
You're a bum rock.
You can't rear rock.
He's got to win one home game, and you'd be the 7th seed in the playoffs. Maybe if you win some of those games in that middle stretch of the year, maybe Detroit's not, feeling a little pressure for the number 6 seed. Maybe you're threatening or flirting with that. So, Kendall's point, and I think you made this point too, especially when they've lost games.
They can win.
They can win those games. I think it's a different feeling, and I wish I could qualify it a little better.
Sixer ball. Ricochet back in the ball game for Atlanta. Castleton feeds. They go to 2 bigs, he and Bona. Mo Gay defending.
That's good defense by Mo Gay.
Boy, great job, but Bona. Excellent. Frank Vogel, you kidding me? Nick Nurse. But it just shows you the volatility with which this league operates under these days, with such big money on the table. Up and in for Lonnie Walker, the 4th. Nunn springs forward. It's going to be a baseline fade.
That's good defense by the Sixers.
Hawks just couldn't get a look. 91-85.
They cut off the baseline, made him take a tough one.
Council going up, makes a tough one over Mo Gay. He's done it this year.
Now, he's had a heck of a year offensively.
He's going to be flirting with All-NBA, I'm telling you.
Well, he
He's
should.
scoring and leading the league in assists. Bona loads up with a big 2-hand. Just another night at the office for Trae Young. What a performance. 36 points and 10 assists. As the Hawks are pulling
killed
away.
him in the second half, Bob.
Here's Butler putting it up and in, a 3-pointer.
Difference in that Wizards win. They put up 45 points on the Sixers in the first quarter. It never looks back.
Yeah, it was an uphill battle, one we've seen far too many times from a Sixers fan's point of view.
Lonnie Walker had a good view on that one. Alla turn the corner. Jared Butler, Dem Bona, Ricky, Alex Reese, and Quentin Grimes. The 5 Sixers out there, and Bona has his 3rd.
FanDuel, America's #1 sports book.
Okay.
Those commercials are awesome.
So we love those so much.
Good.
We have a graphic for you in a moment about that. Jeff Downton, another from downtown. Martineau gets it back, stays cool, puts it up and in.
Give the Wizards credit, too. The Sixers came out a different look defensively. They were able to handle that. Didn't throw them off or have them confused.
Jeff saying, come at me. Do it, Jeff. Grimes from outside, and Quentin Grimes has another tray. He started the last 6 now, including this one, and then Alec Burks turns it right over to Jared Butler.
Telegraph that pass. Butler had a beat on it and was able to catch it right away.
Jared Butler had a good game Saturday in South Philly, 16 points against the Timberwolves, and that is his shot. In addition to the 3-pointer, ball isn't falling like he or the team want it just yet, but he's doing all the other things. Wanted to finish the season with the Sixers. Lowry gets the runner to go.
Game off.
Well, Sixers using their 53rd different starting lineup tonight. That is a NBA record. Butler has connected with his favorite target, Adem Bona, a couple of times already, and gets the roll there.
Nice soft touch.
Well here, Mark.
Absolutely. Grimes likes to step up in clutch time. 4th quarter is his quarter.
Well, Quentin Grimes anxious to get this one underway because he wants to watch his Cougs in the national championship game. Sorry about that, Alla. Not really.
Knew she was going to get that in at some point.
Where was Kentucky? Kentucky was golfing. I don't understand how people can talk smack when their team did worse.
Oh, there's Houston's Quentin Grimes. And Tim Bona dunks it down. Sixers not to Robinson, who's got another three. 4 for 5 from outside tonight.
And you see the decision-making by Kyle Anderson. He's got 5 assists, second most on the team tonight.
Bona dunks it. Third double-double, second in as many games against the Miami Heat, and he's had all 3 of those double-doubles since March 9th. 29 tonight for Quentin Grimes as Reese hits the corner 3. 29 tonight for Lonnie Walker.
Sixers 13th in the Eastern Conference standings. Just 23 wins on the season. That man Quentin Grimes has been playing well, despite the losses piling up. Yabu Sele on the drive. Nowhere to go. Going to take a tough fadeaway, and it goes down.
But if you're asking me, I believe that Anthony Edwards deserves it.
He's been brilliant this season and starting to save his best for last, and that's a nice little lob upstairs. Last 7 games, and Jim, every last one of these games are important considering Golden State continues to win. We're doing a little scoreboard watching tonight. The Clippers, they're playing the Mavericks tonight, and Memphis has a monster game against Detroit. This is Hood Schifino. 8 points, 8 rebounds for employee 27.
And a 9-0 advantage for Minnesota in second chance points as Jaden gets the block. They're going to call. He made shots after not making shots at Brooklyn. So really nice half there for Rudy Gobert, though, and so important. So the home floor factors see Minnesota getting 2 of the 4. Effective field goal percentage going in Philadelphia's favor. Not by much, though.
Grimes in the corner. Philadelphia can pull to within 1 or tie it up with a 3. Butler, runner from the free throw line, is pure this season, reaching at least 20 points. Bulls need some energy, some life to start this 4th quarter to put this Philadelphia team away. And we are back to live action. Butler. Wolves defense has been much better here in this 4th quarter. Shot clock winding down. Yabu Sele tossed it up and in. That's a tough shot.
Time zone as Julius knocks down the out of timeout jumper right there. And I think Mountain Time might be my favorite sports viewing time zone.
Yeah, we had that conversation before. Your favorite viewing time zone? Yes. I'm with you on that. Here's Grimes, another 3. So
Giannis is just that good of a basketball player.
Yeah, he's just so long and so aggressive and talented, too. He's got the ability with the soft touch to have a little force and finesse on the same move. The consistency, especially for a young guy, but he knows what his strengths are. And he knows that he's out there on the floor to defend and rebound.
And also leading the way with 10 points so far. Jared Butler's got 8. But Schifino, Walker, Grimes, Council, and Bone, the 5 Sixers out there right now. Walker with some space, and Scott Walker hammered. Sneak under 5 minutes to play in South Philly.
You've got a guy like Antetokounmpo. It can be such simple basketball. A drive and kick to an open man. Kuzma with the knockdown.
Doc talked about before the game that it's up to the other guys now, like Kuzma, etc., to continue to shoot the 3 and hopefully shoot it well as Edwards finishes.
Give us some confidence and just get him ready for the playoffs for this long run that we're going to have.
All right, thanks very much, Rick. All right, so guys, one thing to keep in mind for Mitchell Robinson, that's the most points he scored in the half, 14 in 4 years. You got to go back to January of 2021.
Yeah, it's great. Brazilian soccer star, the Jets, Justin Fields.
Where's our action, Brunson?
Rod Strickland's here. And John Calipari is Boner.
Even Van Gundy got into it.
Yes.
Everybody went for it. Hook, line, and sinker. My friends were calling me. The phone was ringing off the hook.
You look good shooting the ball as Reese fires up and hits a 3.
You can wasn't shooting a lot tonight with his left hand, folks. Finally getting one to go.
Picks up 12.
Walker's been very efficient.
There's Reese, goes inside. The runner's up. Shot is good. You know, I said.
Jamison Battle changing things.
He's always under control. We talk about our rookie, Justin Edwards, looking under control. And so does Battle for the Raptors. Here's Edwards now. Chifino off the rescreen. Keeping his dribble. More mid-range money for Chifino. This coming week, Amy, here at the Wells Fargo Center. And a lot of guys were ejected from that game. Chifino rims in the baseline jump.
In Washington on Monday night. I know it's one possession at a time, but these are two games he'd have zeroed in on and almost must win if you're trying to gain home court, at least in the first round of the play-in. Burks and Hero. Matter of fact, the Heat have hit 5 of their first 7 triples.
Love that ball fake and then sliding to his left there, Burks, to get his feet set.
Grimes on a pretty cut. Nice pass from
back to Davion. You know, no qualms about it. Just coming in and being impactful. And to your point, he's been finishing in the fourth quarter. His defense really moves the needle for Miami. Puts a lot of pressure on the ball. He's been timely making shots in important junctures and be a threat. Good take for him getting to that strong right-hand finish.
Biggest lead of the night so far for the Heat. They're ahead by 11. That's good. Sixers were a 47-win team a year ago. They were the number 3 seed in the East and then got bounced out by the Knicks in the first round. They would wish to reach the first round this year. They're headed to the lottery. Quick Grimes. Miami's been to the playoffs 5 straight years. The way it stands now, the Heat would have to win 2 road games in the play-in tournament to make it to the playoffs. Right now, Miami is number 10 in the East, a game behind the Bulls. We'll check the scoreboard there. They're leading and playing the Dallas Mavericks right now. 5 on the shot clock for Butler, who scores again.
Number 26 in the month of March for Quentin Grimes.
That just shows you that he's able to give it to you on both ends of the floor. He has a presence. He's effective defense as well as offense.
Yeah, I think we've all, as Rico told Terry, we've all been so impressed with all aspects of his game. A little hook shot from Arp.
Overall, 52%, and then he's shooting high 30s from beyond the arc. That will certainly help your production, and his consistency is what has impressed most.
3 new faces in for the Sixers. Jared Butler, Adem Bona, and Marcus Bagley. And Jared Butler hits
at the top of the top, just hitting absolute rock bottom. He told me now he doesn't even view basketball that way. It's not about being on top. Great on time, Justin. Thank you very much.
Bagley, but then nobody covered Vukcevic for the jam.
Direct pass right from the right wing into the heart of the defense.
Wheeler behind the back, scoops and scores. Nice coffee. The water's kind of unnecessary. You just got to get the coffee and the beignets. I don't know why they were putting water out there.
Yeah, like a South American Brazilian cup of coffee and some beignets.
Justin Edwards from the wing. That's exactly. All right, welcome back to New Orleans, everyone. Second quarter getting underway. Sixers with Butler, Okeke, Chifino, newest Sixer Bagley, and there's Butler with an easy 2.